Welcome to Mike's Apartment, where we mix drinking reviews with a little bit of comedy along the way. I am your host. I am Mike. With me is my co-host, Tom. Tom, how are we doing tonight?
Doing good. Uh, Took the dogs to the vet today, so that was a kind of an interesting thing. But otherwise, everything's back to normal, and I think I'm. Well, I want to say I'm ready for the show tonight, but we'll see.
We can never fully be prepared for any show. Tonight we are
No,
reviewing Yellowtail Shiraz. I got the big bottle. I'm probably gonna
I
give it to
I
a
got the
friend,
small one.
but
Yeah,
one
Shiraz is
thing.
one of the drier wines out there, I think, as far as reds go,
That's what
right?
I've
Uh,
heard, and I'm gonna probably not like it. I did the other thing too. One thing I did with this, I let it chill for 20 minutes.
oh, did you? I
They
didn't
said
show mine.
yeah, they said let it chill
But,
just to get the salt. So okay, let's
oh,
just smell it. Let's just
okay.
smell it first.
I
Yeah,
usually
it
do
smells.
reds at room temperature, but well, there are some dessert wines
It
that you
does.
might want to refrigerate.
It smells incredibly dry. Oh yeah. Also tonight, what else we'll be talking about? Our serious conversation will be the increasing housing costs that are going on, and then for our, I guess our main topic, we're gonna talk about Tron. Ooh. But all right.
My God, you're so excited about this. You
Oh,
couldn't shut up earlier.
I'm gonna I'm gonna tear Tron apart tonight. Uh, all right, so let's give a little smell first because we're gonna do
Yeah, we did.
wine. Gotta get what do you
Or do
think?
we
Describe
gotta
the
like do the thing in your mouth and then spit
well,
it out?
no, because I have nothing to spit it into, and
And
um
I think that's a waste.
yeah, and I would say smelling it, yeah, it's dry.
hmm
It's very red
I didn't
smelling.
read anything about so this is an Australian wine.
Yes, it says yep. I
Yeah,
saw that.
Yellowtail. Their slogan is Yellowtail, Australian for wine.
Yeah. Except Foster's is I think it's bottled in Canada or something, but
And
and
it's not Australia.
it's not
Go
Australia.
don't go to Australia and order a Foster's.
Yeah, not at all. And then yeah, it has like a little kangaroo or something on it. I'm not
hmm
really sure what
Yeah,
that is, but
what do they call marsupials or something? I don't know.
all right.
I
Uh,
just say things.
all right. Cheers, Tom. Let's do this.
Cheers. All right.
Oh, it is dry as hell. Ugh. Oh, it's nasty.
Oh man,
Oh,
I like it.
it's
I do.
bad.
It's maybe not my favorite red, but it's pretty good. I like it. It's got kind of a sweet aftertaste to me. I don't know.
I don't taste anything
Of course,
sweet.
my I like my wine kind of like my humor.
Oh,
So,
no, you don't. No. um,
oh, excuse me. It's making me burp a little bit.
I don't know.
You
I'm
gonna be able to
telling.
finish that glass?
No, and I'm like I said, I'm giving that bottle to a friend. I'm not finishing that. It's it's dry, very, very, very dry. I feel like my whole mouth and my throat have just gone through a desert. I'm gonna
Hmm.
have I'm gonna have to get something wet, unfortunately.
You need to have something to cleanse your palate before the beer, man.
You know, I want PBR to pay me. I drink them so much.
You
we
know, we tried PBR, right?
and I
And I
loved
did
it.
not like it. I think that was back when I was at
I like it.
the extended stay hotel that I don't recommend to anybody to stay at an extended stay hotel. Sleep out of your car. It's better.
Okay.
Better
All right.
accommodations.
I think I'm done.
But
I'm done. I am done with
I've
this.
called it quits on a couple of drinks too.
I can't.
But
No, I'm very sorry. All right. So Mike's apartment rating 5. 5 is ambrosia. It's the top of the top. 0. 0 is well, okay, ambrosia, food of the gods. Let's be clear. That's what the Greeks called it, ambrosia. Uh, 0. 0 is shit. Shit of the gods. Go first, Tom. What do you think?
well, are we gonna do the rating right now, or do you want to talk
Oh,
about the housing thing
all
like we
right.
normally do? I don't care. It's up to you.
All right. Sorry. It was so bad that go. Let's just
You
do it.
just
Let's just do the rating. Let's just do the
okay.
rating.
All right.
We don't have to.
Well, for me personally, I think it's above average as far as like a lot of the wines I've had. I mean, of course, I've had some at the top of the shelf, like the $2 Chuck from Trader Joe's. but I used to get that a lot when I was younger. But I don't know. I think I'll give it a 3.5. I think it's a pretty good wine. It's not maybe as good as what was it that we had last time that oh, that was the Johnny Walker. We don't talk about that. I gave that like a 3.75 or something.
Okay, I'm gonna give it 0.5. It's undrinkable. I can't drink it. I mean, it's just nasty. I don't know. It's the driest. You know what? I've drank.
And you got the big bottle.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, that was a mistake, but it was actually almost the same price. I got it at Walmart. That was
Oh,
that.
okay.
It was in Missouri. Walmarts are allowed to carry liquor, but anyways,
In
no.
Minnesota, I think you can get like some
Can
like lower alcohol content, like some beers,
Oh, they sell
some like
whiskey. They sell whiskey, vodka, all hard
mm,
liquors. You could buy them at Walmart. Here, anyways,
yeah.
no, 0.5, the lowest rating I've ever given anything. It's nasty. I can't drink it. Again, I'm not a big wine fan, so maybe take what I'm saying, but I have to
With a
be
grain of
I have to be
salt.
honest to what it is for me. If I can't even drink it, I don't know what else to say. 0.5. I mean, if I was let's see, if I
We're
was
not.
if
You're
it,
not giving it a zero because you didn't take a sip and then spray it out,
I
right?
mean,
Is
I
that
wanted to, but I have my whole computer here, so I don't think I'd want to
yeah?
wreck my computer. But it's yeah, you know what? If you go to like a bar or something before you order a glass of this, maybe ask if you could just have like a little sample cup first or something. Make
Don't
sure.
they? Well, the finer restaurants, they usually let you try it right before you drink it.
Well, that was the thing we're talking about before. You still
Or the
maybe
sommelier or whatever.
yeah, the sommelier is the wine steward, the specific, at very upscale places, they'll have a sommelier. That's not really necessary, though. Most servers can probably tell you I mean, some things about the wine at least. I would say, though, have like a little sample cup or something because I'm just, I can't drink it. It's dry as hell. Again, it feels like I just, my mouth and my
Mm,
throat and even my lungs. It feels like I've just went through the Sahara Desert.
yeah.
It's really dry. I
Yeah.
don't I don't like the taste of it. I'll,
Or
I'll
you
do it
could
again though. I'll suffer for you guys. Let me try one more
you
time.
you could also okay. I'll take another drink. Cheers.
I won't say cheers. This is nasty.
What I
Ugh,
did, the
it's
first Shiraz
bad.
I got was the Trader Joe's brand, which
Ugh.
was I called it $2, Chuck. It's I think it was like 2.99 a bottle. Plus, Minnesota has the sin tax that they some people call it a sin tax, but so alcohol is more expensive here. But anyways, for like
Yeah.
$3 and change a bottle. I mean, I tried the Shiraz. I liked it. Um, I think I think my favorite red is probably Cabernet right now. There are some other like blends that I like, but no, I don't think this is
You know,
bad.
the only
Like,
so I will say this. I've I even would say I like Chianti, which is Chianti or whatever.
oh
That's also
yeah,
that one's also a
we'll have to
very
try
dry.
that.
That's a dry red, and I would rather drink that than this. I mean, this is
But the
just
Chianti, that's like has to come from the Chianti region of is it
oh
Italy, right? To be
or so
called Chianti,
yeah,
so it's so
and you have
that
to
might be
serve
more expensive now with tariffs.
it with fava beans and human
Do you?
brain. No, that was remember that was the wine in
What
Hannibal.
was I don't remember.
That was the wine.
Was it
Yeah, it
Hannibal?
was. Yeah, he's like a nice Chianti with your when he was serving the guy his own brain.
Oh,
Anyways, let's just make
I
sure we're talking about the same thing here. Is
okay.
your bottle a 2024?
This says 2023.
Ooh, so maybe you have a better wine than mine. Mine is 2024. So maybe because
Oh, of
mine's
course I got the better wine.
the Shiraz.
I'm a sommelier,
No, you're not.
and I'm uncertified.
You should
Didn't you
be.
see me pour? I went like this
Mm,
or whatever.
I must have missed it. All right. Anyways, so that's what we think about it.
And
I
it's a twist off cap too, so no
Yeah,
corkscrew
yeah. It's not. This is
needed.
not high quality one. This is crap wine. Anyways, I'm gonna just keep drinking this PBR. I mean, I'm sorry, guys. I can't. I can't. I've tried it. I really gave it my best. It's not.
I don't know. With our next topic though, I think drinking might need be a needed thing.
Well, I mean, we're talking about housing first, right?
Yeah, housing costs and
Okay.
stuff.
Okay. Well, I mean, I think most people have kind of seen it or experienced it over the last decade.
Hmm.
Slowly but surely, housing has gone up and up and up. I mean,
Hmm.
there's lots of reasons for it. The supply and demand. There's a lot of demand for houses. Supply is not keeping up. The reasons for that is a lot of cities have zoning laws now that make it restrictive. The labor costs have gone up. The material costs have gone up.
You're talking about for like new homes, right?
Yeah, for people building new houses. Yeah, and it's just it's a lot going up, and it's not just houses too. It's apartments, it's trailers, it's
Hmm.
whatever the hell you want to live in. And the other thing too, oh yeah, another thing also on top of that is there's big companies out there now who are buying single family homes and then renting
Hmm.
them. They're not selling them, they're renting them because they can make more money because they know
Hmm.
people are going to want a house, so they're trying to rent them out, which is more lucrative for them because they get to keep the ownership of the house. Um, so I mean, I don't know exactly what we're discussing about. It's not really that controversial, I guess. It's just something to kind of
It is
discuss.
frustrating.
Yeah.
I I went through a divorce a couple years ago, and we had to sell our family home, and I was trying to find a place conducive to allowing me to, because I have two boys that I have part time, and so I needed, and I worked from home, so my ideal scenario would have been to have a three-bedroom place, so I could have, a bedroom for me, because I don't want my office in my bedroom. I want to keep that separate and sacred. Then a room for my office, because when I have my kids over, if I am working, I have sensitive information up on my screens, and I need to be able to close the door. Um, and then a bedroom for them to stay in. I could make it work with a two-bedroom, but even a two-bedroom, like if I were to get an apartment, would have been more expensive than getting a mortgage and getting a house. And so I got the house, had that for a couple years, and I was struggling financially, so I decided to sell it, and then I paid cash for this mobile home that I'm in now, and I just paid lot rent, which is like half of what my mortgage was. So, I mean, housing costs are just ridiculous, I think.
Yeah, it used
But
to be like even like well in 2020 after that pandemic or during the pandemic even, unfortunately, about and the whole world, obviously it's a pandemic, the whole world suffered from it, but America was hit pretty hard, and we're not going to go into those reasons right now, but it was hit. We lost about 1.1 million people. So those people, some of them had houses. So I guess at the time that that's kind of morbid. I get kind of it's a little morbid, like why there was a surge in like why people could buy houses at a lower cost, but the costs have gone back up since then. I was even looking to. I mean, you can't. I mean, a quarter mil to 400,000, and that's just like a normal. It's not even like a super fancy house. It's like a normal house. And I will say
mm-hmm.
this: my let's just say some people. I won't say who they are. Some people that I know. Let's just say they're family members. They have a super. They do have a nice house. That's actually like a double house because they have two furnaces, they have two water heaters, they have like
Is it a duplex?
no. It's a house. No. It's not a duplex.
Oh,
It's just a really big
oh, but it's
house.
big enough to have all that. Okay.
Yeah, it's like a super big house, and they bought it like in the early 2000s, and they pay less. Their mortgage is less than what I pay for rent here. Now, Mike's apartment is just it's a two bedroom. This is sort of the office, I guess. There's no bed in here. No one sleeps in here. So I guess this is like, it's kind of like the dining room though, too, I guess. You can't really,
Mhm.
I don't know. Look, it's not that. There's nothing to see. Whoa, there's my ring light. You can all see that now. That's kind of the table. I have a bunch of junk on it. Sorry. Maybe I shouldn't have shown that. It's kind of junk over here. I don't know. Mike's apartment, though, yeah, two bedroom, two bathroom. And I pay.
Mhm.
I won't go into it. Actually, and the thing is this: it's actually not that bad in Kansas City, though you have to take into account that the cost of living is lower here, but also your pay, your normal what you're going to get
Hmm.
paid is also a little bit lower here too.
Yeah.
There is, yeah, considerably less.
Uh,
Well, in a way, it's less taxes than Minnesota. Minnesota has a higher income tax, and maybe I'm not sure about the sales tax, but
mhm.
Missouri has this tax that doesn't exist in Minnesota called personal property tax, and it's like the biggest ripoff in the world. And you pay that on houses, you pay that on not apartments, but like I have a car that I own, so I have to pay it on that. But it's such a ripoff. I mean, it's just ridiculous. Anyways, yeah,
Yeah.
I'm sure people say that in Minnesota too about the income tax, but yeah, it is substantially less
Well, it
income
is a
tax.
higher cost of living up here than some other states. If it wasn't for the kids when I went through the divorce, I would have considered moving to a different state. And
Here?
just if because I yeah there wherever. It's just, I had a friend that I was good friends with that moved out to Kentucky. I was like, move out there, have him as a roommate, whatever. Uh, and then but keep the same job. So basically, it'd be kind of like getting a raise. But I had my kids that
Sure.
I needed to consider, and plus I have aging parents and stuff like that. I've mentioned, my dad's in a nursing home. He's got Alzheimer's pretty bad. My mom's getting old too. I mean, my dad's 80, going on like 81. My mom's not too far behind him. So, um, but, and then I also, in 2020 got back into fostering dogs. So I did that for a good while. And that was a good thing to be a part of. And, like I mentioned, I have another foster now. I don't know how much I can talk about her, specifically, but because she's not available, I don't think for adoption yet. But anyways,
Yeah, so
uh,
I guess there's
yeah.
not
So
much. Maybe
being
this
here has
topic
been
isn't.
good. Um,
Yeah, I mean, maybe this topic
I don't,
isn't like super. I don't know.
I don't.
Prices are going up. That's all we can tell you guys. Sorry, no
It's
good
gonna be a
news.
little while before they go back down.
We need another
But
No, we need is another pandemic. Just,
I'll kill off another, million or so people. You mean?
what we need is another world war.
Oh, wait, okay, Bill Burr.
No, that's actually
Have you
from
heard?
that's not from Bill Burr. That's from
No, but
Evil Dead. Like I think not,
oh,
not
Evil
no no
Dead.
no 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 not Evil Dead. Dead Alive. It was the one Peter Jackson. He made an early
Okay.
movie in New
Oh,
Zealand with the it was the disease or whatever that was going around, and he's like
I don't.
Singaya, and he cuts off the. Okay, anyways,
I
that's
don't
pretty
think. I don't
obscure.
think I saw that. But I was
Oh,
thinking about comedian Bill Burr,
yeah.
who was. I don't remember what his exact joke was now, but basically he was talking about how to deal with like pollution and stuff like that, and he's like, well, put all these certain people, not like race or any race or whatever, just but like stupid people, you know,
Well,
on like a big ocean liner or something, or I don't remember what his bit was. I shouldn't really go into it because I'm gonna ruin it
well, the other
and
thing
give
is
the
this.
wrong impression.
Well,
Of course,
Bill
Bill Burr
Burr
is very sarcastic, but
and Bill Burr can afford to not give a shit. We can't.
yeah,
He can
yeah.
afford to not give a shit about stuff. He's the
He never gave a shit. I don't think he
not.
ever did. I've watched a
Uh,
lot of like videos of some of his older content and stuff, and
I loved him in
but
Chappelle's show. He played like a white guy. Like that's back when he had his red hair.
red hair,
That's
yeah,
all gone
he's a
now. But
ginger.
yeah, he's a ginger. And I'm sorry, South
Yeah,
Park told us gingers don't have souls. I mean, I'm sorry, Bill.
yeah. Well, and South Park has been pretty accurate with a lot of stuff. Just
Surprisingly.
look how they portrayed Caesar Milan when he came on to help, train Cartman. Well, no, train the mom
Yeah.
and rehabilitate
Hey, Cartman.
Cartman.
It's like, psst, 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 and he's like,
Yeah.
stop it, mom, mom.
And then I watched a reaction video with Caesar Milan watching that part, at least that part of the episode. I guess he actually sat down and watched it with his family. He didn't let his kids watch those kinds of cartoons because they said bad words, but they
Sure.
made an exception for that episode. And it was funny. I mean, they had was it 911 nanny, or they had like two different nannies from different British shows or something, and they could not handle Cartman. They went nuts. And then Caesar Milan comes in. He's like, and just touches him.
And he's like,
But
he finally like
oh,
lays down. Oh, that worked. You summoned your
I
dog.
I have Susie down by my feet, and my foster dog just came in to say hello.
She heard you.
So
She heard you.
yeah, she might have already been in here and just got up. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
But I'm planning on posting a couple videos on my channel, maybe like shorts, just kind of introducing Skeeter and Susie, and if I can get permission, I'll introduce my foster dog. But she's gorgeous.
Mhm.
Uh, a bit overweight, so we're working on that.
Well,
But
aren't we all a little overweight at this point in our
I,
lives?
we went to the vet today, and the vet said to me, "You need to lose weight." That's what, actually no. Skeeter was overweight. I think his ideal weight is probably around 30 to 40 pounds, and he was like
Well,
54 pounds. So,
yeah.
and I've been working with him. He's been losing weight. I haven't been feeding as him as much as I used to. I used to give him like 2 cups a day, which for a dog his size was probably close to twice what he should have per day.
All right.
But anyways, we're going. I'm getting off topic, and I've only had less than half a glass. No,
Yeah,
no, about
usually
half a glass. I don't know.
yeah, it usually takes you 2 glasses to get off topic. Um all right. So, Tron. Ba ba
Okay.
ba. Tron.
So this was my idea to talk about Tron because Tron Ares came out on Disney Plus the other day, and I watched it. And then when I was like, suggest you, I think you asked what we should talk about it, and I said Tron because I just watched it, and you were not happy.
I'm still
So,
not
but
happy.
the original came out, I think it was 82. They used top of the line like graphics and music and electronic music and stuff and whatever for the movie. But I tell you what, watching those graphics from 1982 compared to like they did a Tron Legacy movie in 2010, that looked so much better, which you didn't see. But so you watched Tron and part of Tron Ares. But in the Tron universe, I guess they keep on pushing this. I don't know. That's like they released the movie and it apparently bombs, and then they wait like 10 years and release another one. But
Well, what I
so
heard
what they did was
about Tron Legacy really quick. So I have not seen it, but I am aware of what it is. It's a $170 million Daft Punk music video.
oh yeah, Punk. Did I tell you the
That's
music
what it
was maybe
is.
the
The only
music and the
thing
visuals I think were the best part of that movie. Nine Inch Nails scored the Ares movie,
it still
which I
wasn't good though.
like. I think I like the Daft Punk version better. But
So,
anyways, they had so it's Tron. Then they had an animated series with Elijah Wood called Tron Uprising, and then they had Tron Legacy, which followed that up almost immediately. And then they waited like what 12? No, it just came out so like 15 years to release. They can release another one.
well, maybe we should talk
Uh,
about really quick before we go into what all the movies did and everything. Let's talk about what Tron is exactly. And I have a little input here.
okay, yeah.
Tron it's one of the most simplest concept movies you'll ever have. All it's about is it's kind of in the future, and
No, it was in the
there's
80s. It was
there
set in the 80s.
oh, was it? Okay, well then
Yeah.
they were, well, how did they have that arcade then? No, no, no. Tron was not
No,
set
no,
in
it
the
was set
80s.
in the 80s in
Uh,
Tron Legacy. I just rewatched Tron Legacy,
I just watched
and he
Tron.
talked about he was in
We're gonna
that
have to look this
movie.
up here, because that's not right. Because no, I just saw the
No,
original Tron. They have all this
they
futuristic stuff.
talked about Wi-Fi in the new Tron in the Tron Legacy movie. The father and son Flynn, I can't remember their names, just their last name. And the dad asked, hey, what all is new since I've been gone? And the son Flynn says, oh, like we have Wi-Fi now, and he kind of explained what Wi-Fi was, and the dad's like, well, I had that idea in 1984.
1980. Well, that's still later than the movie. Anyways, long story short,
Well,
whatever it's
but
supposed
there's
to be,
stuff-
whatever it's supposed to
so
be, it's okay. even if it was set in 1982, it was still a futuristic 1982 because they obviously had technology that they weren't supposed to have
Mm.
back then. So,
Yeah, it
anyways,
was
long,
sci-fi.
long,
It's science
it's
fiction.
not. It's really not science fiction, but what
You know,
it's
there's like some
it's
religious
fiction.
elements to the first one.
It's fiction. It's not. Get rid of the science because there's nothing scientific about Tron at all. Tron is all just this fantasy world. Basically, Tron is like there's users and there's programs. This
Mhm.
guy who's like this master. Well, it's Jeff Bridges, but and it's not Tron. Tron is Bruce
Uh,
Boxleitner. Yeah, Box Bruce.
Foxliner, I think.
Yeah, Bruce Boxleitner, who also
Yeah.
he's actually a really good actor. Actually, well, Jeff Bridges is too. There are some good actors in the first Tron. This is, but basically the concept is this: there's just a digital world, mostly in the first Tron, anyways.
Called the Grid.
The grid, and all they do is they play video games against each other, and people, well, programs die, users usually
Well,
don't, and
they
it's
had
kind of
other programs. They had
yeah,
other programs. One of the
yeah,
so oh, and there is a religious aspect to
yes, there
the link
is,
to the
yeah,
first one. But what I wanted to kind of mention real quick was there were other programs in there because at the beginning of Tron, when they first were on the grid, they were bringing a program against his will to play in the game, which they play to the death. And he's like, I'm just an accounting whatever program. So they had,
yeah,
but the programs also were basically like avatars that looked like their
people,
user in the
yeah,
real
yeah,
world.
or
So
whoever made, yeah, the user, whoever was
yeah,
playing
and
them.
then in the first Tron movie, what Jeff Bridges was or Flynn was trying to do was to get proof that uh, the CEO or whatever of the corporation had stolen his video game. And uh, what nobody else really knew was that that CEO guy had programmed what they call the master control program to like hack other systems and kind of like take them over and stuff. And so they had the MCP, is that a master control program? Was another character basically, but it wanted to hack like the Pentagon
He was a
and
big guy.
all
He
this
was
other
what's
stuff.
his face. He was that English actor. He's popular too. I
Well,
don't remember his
he
name.
gave no
Yeah.
the master control program gave his power to that guy.
Oh,
That the
he's what's his name
who
though?
was the avatar of the CEO. I can't think of his name. Another good actor.
He's an English actor. I know that.
Um,
I don't remember his name though. Yeah, he's really
I I I was a little distracted with like the sound production because there were some scenes when all you heard was them like kind of like running through and and their steps echoing and there's like no music and I was like there's uh I felt like there should have been something more
um
um
I'll just say this.
but
I feel like the plot is lazy and really isn't really anything. The characters are bland. The dialogue is nothing. None of the characters really stand out. They all sort of talk the same. Even Flynn, who's not really supposed to be a program, he's he still kind of talks like everyone. And also it
so
goes
this is
on.
where
And the first Tron, it goes on and on and on. They keep doing these different video games or whatever they're supposed to, the competitions. And you know what? They're all boring. You just sit there and you're like, okay, when is this? I kept looking at him like, what time is it? I mean, God, this thing has been going on for like half an hour, like the same scene, and there's
well
no dialogue. There's
yeah.
nothing of interest going on, and also like for the visuals. Yeah, maybe at the time they were kind of cool, or they did like the blue screen or whatever whatever was supposed to be behind them. They didn't. I don't think
Yeah, they had
they
like
didn't have they didn't
they
have
had like
green
black
screen yet.
lights or something.
Yeah, and it just
Yeah.
you just see their faces, and that's kind of like it. And that
And they're
was
kind of
okay.
it's like they're in a blue light scenario, black light
Yeah,
scenario, or whatever. But I
yeah.
wanted to mention I mentioned sci-fi earlier, and where that kind of comes in is Flynn and Boxliner's character in the
Tron.
real world, and
Oh,
the in the real world,
oh,
and a female character I can't think of her name, broke into the company, their HQ, whatever, and Flynn then got to like the main computer to hack into the system to get what he needed to prove he created that video game, which was the
Actually,
most
it was like 6 video
successful
games.
video
You
game.
remember he said there's lots of
But
titles.
but
Remember there was all those
yeah,
titles. It wasn't just
but
one.
any but anyways, he I just remembered the one that was the most successful, one or two. But anyways, um, the master control program that they showed earlier, there was this laser thing that they had created to disassemble, to deatomize or whatever matter, and then reintegrate it in a different place, kind of like a transporter in like Star Trek. So they the master control program, that laser was in the office where Flynn was, um, hacking into the system. And then Flynn's like, "Yeah, I got it." And then the laser shoots him and goes, "Ah!" And then he's downloaded onto the grid. So that's how a user gets into the grid. And then when he got into the grid, you we kind of find out, or we might have found out earlier than that. I can't remember. Um, there was this the master control program was really coming down on the idea of users. He was like, that's like blasphemy or whatever. There are no users. That's where the kind of religious stuff kind of came in, at least from my perspective,
Um,
was because
well, because
they were.
programs supposedly worship the users, but it's a metaphor though that never gets answered in the show. You never see what actually is behind it or what it leads. It never leads to anything. It's just there. That's what I'm gonna say. That's why I'm saying it's not okay. Here's the other thing too about the computers. Okay, it's a movie that's supposed to be about the future of computing, but it didn't even have computers right. Even in 1982 at the time, it didn't even get that right. There's nothing about it
Right.
is if you
They did
know
have some cool ideas with like the touchscreen
well
keyboard on the desk.
if you know anything about computers though, like the entire everything that they do in that whole thing, you're just like, okay, this doesn't make sense. That none of this would happen. This is not how. And they'd like to use the word. That's but here's my other
Yeah.
problem though too, the dialogue. Like they're just like they just keep using like little words, but so they have like their little slogans, but it doesn't actually mean anything. It doesn't actually I don't know. I'm just saying I don't feel like it's science fiction outside of maybe like the very premise of it might be kind of sciency, but I find it more to just be fiction. It's very long. Like 1982 one is long. It's boring, and then okay, I didn't watch Legacy. I heard it's just like a very expensive Daft Punk music video is like the whole movie basically, but then Aries has
You only see it
Jared
in
Leto.
one scene, but they
I
yeah.
don't know. Anyways, Jared Leto is in Tron Ares, so I thought it would be good because I'm actually kind of a fan of Jared Leto. No, it's kind
No,
of
I know.
they kind of copied like the same format as the other.
Um,
It's just boring. It goes on and on. I actually had to turn it off. I mean, I was like, I can't do this anymore. This is ridiculous.
really,
I found it so
I
boring.
really
Mm.
enjoyed. I I mean, it wasn't like the greatest movie, but I really like with like Legacy. Well, with Uprising, that was an animated series. It was more like an anime like style. Um, with Elijah Wood, and they I don't remember how many episodes they had. I thought they had a pretty good build up. There might have been a little more action, but I don't know. Maybe you'd think it was boring,
It was so
but
long. Nothing
and
happens.
then Legacy. I guess for me, I mean, I just want to when I watch something, I don't want to be preached at. I just kind of want to sit back, maybe enjoy it. I found like Legacy and Up and Aries. I really enjoyed the music and the visuals. I think you. I mean, you might hate me for suggesting it, but I think maybe you should give
No,
Legacy a try.
no, no, nope. I'm not.
Tron's
I'm
in
done
that
with
one.
Tron.
He wasn't in the last one.
I'm done with Tron.
By the way, what was Tron? What was Tron?
What was Tron?
He was yeah, he was a program built to was he was he programmed to help
I probably.
protect the grid? And then Flynn created his program Clue that was supposed to help him kind of I think figure stuff out or whatever. In the Legacy movie, Clue had turned on Flynn and Tron and what basically took over things and he wanted to
Excuse me.
make the perfect world, which is what I think Flynn had uh, tried to program him to do in was it in the Uprising movie? Because they I don't think they really did anything about that in the first movie, but I
I'll
haven't seen the Uprising show in
you
quite a
would
while.
I
But
would have to take one of those 50 milligram THC gummies in order to probably sit through another Tron movie. I would just have to do that to get myself mentally
you wouldn't be
prepared
able to
for.
make it through with the
I would I
50
well
milligram. You'd
with
be
I can't make it
knocked
through it.
out.
I can't make it through without it. So I'll tell you that. I'm just saying. And honestly, I'll say I did finish night. Okay, so I actually have seen Tron years ago. I saw the first one. I don't remember. Maybe 20 years ago. I don't remember exactly. I know I've seen it. So I
I
sort of
saw it as
I
a
remember
kid.
I remember
Yeah.
it's some of it, but yeah, I watched it just earlier this week. And when I say I finished it or I was watching it, I was not watching it like I couldn't like to focus on it. I just felt like there was nothing to focus on. Like it was just like
Mm,
I don't know. Watch it yourselves. Say what you want about it. I don't know. Tell us what you think. I mean,
yeah.
I don't know. I will say this though.
I think.
This movie
Yeah.
led to that whole idea that I think went on to make better movies like The Matrix, even Toy Story, even like they said like that Pixar guy said that Toy Story wouldn't exist without Tron. Um,
Oh,
you
they
know,
did.
I don't remember which
I'm
guy.
not seeing the connection, but yeah,
I don't know exactly. Maybe because I mean, I don't know. Maybe instead of the grid and their whatever, he was talking about the
The-
toy. I don't know. But anyways,
yeah,
I know, or
yeah.
Cyberpunk, even Cyberpunk 2077, where they have the worlds you can go into. Like that's a video game. Well, it was a role playing game, and now it's a video game. Which if I could ever get you to play it, we should do a review on that too.
The
Uh,
video game.
yeah, Cyberpunk 2077 came out in 2020, I think. I don't remember, but I played it a few times. It's really
What
great.
I'm trying to remember what role playing game was. So
Shadowrun.
we've talked about like I couldn't remember if the first game I got into before I really got back into D&D was because we had that D&D board game when I was a kid, and then um, that was evil, so I wasn't allowed to
Burned it.
play it.
You burned it.
And when I graduated, I think I can't remember if we burned it or just threw it out. My oldest brother, is the one who burns things. But
Every family has their
the
arsonist.
first game was either Cyberpunk or Shadowrun. Which one was the one that was heavy into like having like cyber implants where you could jack
both
into things and all
both
that?
both games had that.
Both of them.
Yeah, it's
Okay, well
kind of
that doesn't help me.
they're
Like,
very similar. No, well, yeah, they both have it where you jack into things. Cyberpunk 20. I've read.
do we both have magic?
No, I don't think either of them had magic. Shadowrun.
Okay.
I don't know which Shadowrun may have came out
No,
first.
I thought Shadowrun had like
Uh,
a kind of D&D in the future sort of set up.
mm, I'll be honest. I don't own the book. I think I've played it and I think I've read parts of the like. I don't think I ever owned it though. I don't remember. I had like a friend or something who I don't remember. Honestly, I'm thinking back about Shadowrun. I don't remember it as well. Cyberpunk, I'm a
Mm,
little bit more familiar with. That world, there's not. There, you could be a space wizard, sort of. It's hacking. It's just computer hacking, which you could do in the video game too, which is totally fun. Like you can take over
mm,
cameras, you can learn different programs and insert them into everything, and then
mm.
it's actually really fun. That's just one character build though. They have all kinds of different characters you could be in that game. Anyways, back to Tron. I mean, watch it if you want to see some nostalgic like '80s type thing. I don't know.
And
I didn't like it.
storytelling in the 80s is very different than nowadays
I didn't find it to be.
in movies.
Yeah, I found it to be boring. I mean, just to be honest with you guys, watch it if you want, but I don't recommend. I can't. I'm just all negative tonight. I don't know. I'm just Mr. Negative. Negative Mike, they call me.
Negative Nancy. That's what I'm
Negative.
going to call you.
You can. I don't take offense. Nancy's a fine name. Ah, God.
Yeah.
I don't think we're gonna even. I don't know anything else really to talk about with Tron. I mean, you can. It's just. I don't know. It has some kind of
For me,
weird visuals, but
The last two movies for me, I really enjoyed the visuals. I enjoyed the the uh, uh, the music. What do you call that? The scores by both Daft Punk and Nine Inch Nails. I felt that those two bands were very appropriate for that kind of style of movie. I liked the music. Pardon me. I liked the sound production of those movies more than I did the original Tron. If you want to check out the animated series, uh, there were when the well, I don't want to go too long and get back into things, but because we're gonna, I think we're coming to a close, right?
Yeah.
But the animated series was similar to like the Legacy movie with like the music and the sound production. It was just animated. If you like Elijah Wood and want to support everything he does, watch it. Um, they had a lot of interesting stories that kind of they had several. I don't remember how many episodes they had, but they had a longer time to kind of develop the story, and I think they were like 20-minute plus episodes. So I think for somebody like Mike who was bored, like, what time is it? Maybe doing
Nothing's
it in
happening.
chunks, 20-minute chunks.
I
But
need
you're not into like animated series though that much, right?
not
Except for like
um
South Park.
no, I mean I like Clone Wars. Um I liked some
Let's
other
see.
or is it
There
what
was a we were talking about Cyberpunk. Was it Cyberpunk I think it was Cyberpunk. I think there was an animated series on
yeah,
Netflix.
there was something. Yeah, because
I
they
watched
made
it. I
it
think
after the video game. Yeah, that was good. I like that. That was good. I saw
I
it too.
thought that was pretty good. Yeah, I never played the video games,
I think there's only one video
but
game,
no,
but it's pretty good though.
I personally I would recommend. I I want. I don't think I can honestly really recommend the original Tron unless if you are like enjoy like
Unless
the
you
80s
loved.
kind of style movies with the bad graphics, whatever. Well, I mean, they were good graphics at the time, but I mean, I seem to remember it being similar. So I watched that, and then another movie, I think it was 1980, called Black Hole. It was another Disney movie, and set in space. There's, I don't want to go into it, but they did some really cool effects with that. But I remember as a kid just being like blown away by that because I grew up watching that stuff in the 80s. And then when I went back and rewatched Tron and Black Hole as an adult, I was like, oh, some of this stuff is like cringe. So I'd say if you do watch the original Tron, watch it with a little grain of salt. It's not gonna. It's if you are really like the way stories are told nowadays in movies and stuff, it might be hard to watch. But um,
I,
for me, I think the overall series. I mean, there are issues with it, but I kind of like the overall series. Flynn is in each of the series in at least one way or another. Tron was not in the last movie, so I don't even know why they called it Tron, except they wanted to include it in the universe. So,
well,
and
they were
Tron is not the
playing off.
universe. He
They're
was a program.
they were playing off of the popularity of the earlier movies to
Oh.
catch that crowd. That's why they do. There's lots of movies that do that. Oh god, we're not gonna even go into it, but yeah, there's lots of movies that have nothing to do with their original movie. They're just a sequel with a name, and then nothing about it's the
Yeah.
same. I don't know. Um,
What was that? Mad Max Furiosa was that the
oh
one that Mad Max wasn't even in?
yeah, it doesn't.
I liked that movie. I did,
That movie was good.
but
No, yeah, we'll do Mad Max another time. All right, so yeah, you heard what we had to say about this Yellowtail Shiraz. All we could say about housing costs is that they're going up, and Tom and I have very different opinions on Tron. I really cannot recommend it at all unless you
and
get
different
really
opinions on like everything tonight except for the housing stuff.
well. There's not well. I have an opinion. It's just that it's a that opinion is just
No, no, no. I didn't say you didn't have an opinion. We had different opinions on
uh
both the wine and the movies,
yeah. I mean
or
I'm
movies or
well
series,
well
whatever.
you know what? I would rather drink that entire glass of wine than sit through Tron again. At least this would be
Okay, well,
over
do that, and then
quickly.
you don't. If you can finish that bottle, I won't force you to watch the Uprising series, so
Eh,
we can talk about
well,
that
well,
next week.
well. At least it. We're not. No, we're not talking about Uprising next week. Um, we're not talking. We're never talking about Tron again. It's banned. No, I'm kidding. It's not banned, but
You know, I'm going to work it back in now. I mean,
there's no more
you
Tron.
like pushed my buttons last week. I'm gonna keep on riding that button.
That. Oh, good. And that's the thing about Tron. There really only is one button. And it's a one button movie. All right.
He had a QWERTY keyboard. There's more than one button.
Well, all right. So that's what we have to say about that. Any other final thoughts about anything else? Or
No, not really. I mean, I think I could go into a lot more stuff on what we've talked
oh,
about,
excuse
but
me.
I think we're both kind of at that point where it's like
Yeah.
that pillow is starting to sound like a very welcoming prospect.
Something like that. All right, well, guys, thank you for watching us. If you liked what you saw, subscribe, like it, dislike it, leave comments, leave negative comments, share it, click whatever, the bell, whatever you want. Actually, click on anything you want to click on. All right, everyone, have a great night. Thank you for watching.
Good night.